Yeah, I dusted off an oldie there. What is going on, everyone?
You brought that back.
Yeah, I did. What is going on, everyone? Welcome to Coexisting with Rob and Maggie. It is Friday, April 12th. We are ready to go. We are ready to talk about our WrestleMania review. We're going to talk about the Young Bucks, CM Punk, Will Ospreay, Triple H. I know you guys have wanted to hear about that some more, I'm sure. We're going to talk about New Japan Pro Wrestling's Windy City Riot that is going on tonight, and some other stuff like Hook, possibly looking into free agents, or when he's going to be a free agent, looking into possibly seeing what's out there. And we also have Miro injury update. He had an interview with Bill Apter. And we have the Cooper effect like normal. But we are so glad you are here because it was a hell of a week. We had a hell of a weekend last week with wrestling. It was pure greatness.
Carnage.
Yeah. But as we start every show, Maggie.
I guess that means you need to shut the fuck up. That's what I do if I don't have no army. I would fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Why the hell did Dave Chappelle say that to me?
Excuse me? I thought that you were saying that to me.
No. I wouldn't say that to you. If anything, I would say, what would I say to you? Let's see here.
Oh, here we go.
I would probably say this to you.
Sacrifice! 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 Sacrifice!
Too soon?
I mean, yeah, you're like about 90 minutes too soon. Like
Okay.
you usually. Okay, so like that's the only one you get, okay?
Okay.
Don't
Well,
go
you know what's good
playing
is-
it at the end of the
At
show.
least I didn't say this.
Who the hell told you tonight was open mic night, bitch?
Right?
You're in a mood today.
I am. I'm excited. What the hell's going on with me? I'm pumped. Let's go. Let's play.
It's wrestling. It is wrestling.
Yeah.
Jesus, Rob, what a
You think you're excited?
magnificent-
Feel these nipples. You ever seen basketball?
What
Bob
is
Costas.
happening?
Bob Costas to Al Michaels.
Okay. Let me cut you off because I kind of feel like I know where this is going. Guys, hi. Welcome to our show. Welcome, fans of Coexisting. Welcome. Please like the video. Share the video on social media. Share it with your friends if you have any. I don't have any, apparently. I don't even have a co-host.
Yeah. I don't know what the hell happened to that guy. He's gone.
I don't know. This is a totally different Rob right now.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited.
Yeah.
What the hell happened to me?
I have no idea. So, subscribe to Fightful Select. It is the easiest $5 you're gonna spend for wrestling. Subscribe to Fightful Select. Yes. Also, please send us a super chat. It is the bottom of the live chat on YouTube, the little $sign. Or if you're not watching on YouTube, you can hop on over to humperchats.com and send us your comments there. Any amount will get your question or statement read on the air. It is a wonderful way to support Rob and I.
Yep.
Wrestling, Robert. Wrestling.
Wrestling.
Did I see Kate? Is Kate here?
Yeah, she's here. She's here. She's saying hi. She said, what did she say? She said, well, she did say the magic show was amazing, unexpectedly emotional and heartfelt. That's what happens when you have Mr. Nigel McGuinness and magic tricks happen. He's great. I love that man. He's awesome. But she says Maggie being prudish when she promotes the show with tips on choking.
Yeah, listen up. Me, CM Punk, tips on choking. This is why you watch the show, okay? This is why fuckery like this is the reason why you're watching the show.
It was a Jay Briscoe tribute magic show. Easy
It
for me
was
to say.
was it the Nigel McGuinness show?
Yeah. Yep.
Was it on that show that he said that Bryan Danielson is no longer vegan because he ate brie?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Good.
Oh my god, that man. That man.
Yeah.
I cannot. this is
Sometimes you just
what
got to
we're here
split those
for.
lips and have at it.
Okay. Let's
Too soon. Sorry.
just
Mm,
okay.
yep.
So, Rob, what do you want to
Should we
talk
talk?
about?
What do you want? I don't know. I've lost it. We have a super
Yeah.
chat. How about this? Let's go to our first super chat. Thank you, Ricardo.
Ricardo,
honest-
thank you, sweetie.
To be honest, I don't think I've ever been invested in a more deserving champion than Cody. I followed him for nearly 2 decades, or
No, decades. That's
yeah,
correct.
decades is right, I
Decades.
guess. Yeah, man, it doesn't seem that long ago. I'm stoked for his run.
Yeah, Ricardo, you and I both. You and I both. Yeah, like that's
Yes,
point at the sign. Point at
it's
it.
a
Yeah.
Casino Royale poster. It doesn't really do
That's
the.
even better. That's better
Yeah.
than the WrestleMania sign. I
Hold on,
mean,
I can
like,
pick Daniel Craig's nose there.
just a little bit to the right, yeah.
You're right, or my right?
The
There we
right,
go.
yeah. Okay, there you go.
To the
there
right,
you
to the right. I don't know the words.
go. That is by
Let's
far
see.
the weirdest way we've started the show.
Oh, it definitely is. I don't know what the hell I did this morning to be like this. I'm all hyper. Need to.
I don't know. Did you get a pre-workout and then start the show?
Wait, did
Like,
you
I
say?
don't know.
Sorry, say that again.
Pre-workout before.
Oh no, I thought you said pre-workout. I'm like, no, I didn't get that.
Robert. Okay, wrestling. I just Jesus.
I got it. Yeah.
If you feel like you can't go and send us your money because we're poor.
Yeah, yeah, it might be my last show after this. Who knows?
Yes, Sean.
Russ.
Yes.
Well, you know, Maggie, the boyhood dream came true for somebody, and his name was Cody Rhodes. He won the title at WrestleMania 40 Night 2. It was a hell of a WrestleMania, in my opinion, and a lot of people froze. I noticed, including Michael Che from Saturday Night Live. Did you see him when they showed him? I'll have to show. I'll find the photo.
Okay.
But the poor guy looked like he was gonna die. He looked frozen to death. It was hilarious. I thought. I don't think enough people were talking about it, but that was my opinion. Anyways, I just wanted to bring that up before I forgot. But night one started with a very, very ill Becky Lynch.
Yes.
She was not feeling good at all. She had a fever like all day, I guess, from what Sean Ross Sapp said. She was not doing well. She was battling, was it just a flu, or I can't remember that part, but I know she just wasn't doing well. And
was it strep?
Yeah, I think that's right. Strep throat. Just battled through it, and man, and had a match against Rhea Ripley. Rhea retained. What did you think of this match, Maggie?
First of all, because right out of the gate, commentary mentioned that Becky Lynch was not feeling even close to 100%, not even close. And at the end of the day, then we got even more info about her health, and I was like, they didn't do her justice. I mean, like, they said, oh, like, she's sick, like she had a fever and everything, but like she was really, really, really sick. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And having in mind that Becky has been kind of a hero to me for a long time now.
Oh, yeah.
And I love her even more for that, because like, when was the last time that you saw that type of thing, with Cody and the Pack? Because that was like, I hate I hate it when people are like, oh, look, like or he or she, they're showing up to work even when they're sick. and people give those people give others those people like an example. I'm not a fan of that, because like no one has to work when they're feeling not well.
Yeah.
I've always been a supporter of that, but she could have said, I'm not feeling at all okay, I cannot do this. I feel like everyone would have understood, but like she went there and she carried herself. First of all, the match was so good, having in mind the circumstances. Rhea Ripley retains. It was just amazing. Like Rhea Ripley has now pinned all four horsewomen. I kind of feel like people aren't talking as much about this as they have to, because the four horsewomen are,
Yeah.
a force
They're
to
big
be
deals.
reckoned with.
They're
They're
kind of a
absolutely a
big
big
deal.
deal.
What
And
we
Rhea, oh my God, Jesus, just strap a rocket to her.
Yep. Faux show. Well, we do have another super chat from our good friend Ryan Sullivan, who decided to make
Ryan's
his
here.
triumphant return.
Decided
sir.
to come back to work because I know I'm taking a page out of Kate's book.
There you
Okay,
go.
like decided to show up for work. You're a lazy ass. We love you, Ryan.
Now your kids with your loud music and your Dan Fogelberg, your Zima, hula hoops, and Pac-Man video games. Don't you see? People have attention spans that can only be measured in nanoseconds. Thank you, sir.
We love
Dan
you.
Fogelberg is a reach. Jesus. Ricardo says also credit to Roman. If he didn't rule the company for 4 years as the unbeatable heel, Cody's win doesn't have the same massive impact.
We are definitely gonna talk about this after all the other nonsense that happened on these two wonderful nights of WrestleMania.
Yes,
Um,
ma'am.
the tag team ladder match, that was a clusterfuck, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Theory and Waller winning was certainly a choice. Truth and Miz was kind of expected. Tyler Bate, man, doing a helicopter with a fucking ladder, and was it Finn Balor?
Finn Balor?
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
what about him?
He spun Finn Balor on a ladder.
Yeah.
I adore all these helicopter things on WrestleMania. Cesaro did that to Seth Rollins. Was it
Yeah.
2021? I feel like it was 2021. I don't even remember anymore.
Yeah, it was 2021. It was WrestleMania in Tampa.
Yeah, I just helicopters on WrestleMania. Give me more of that. Yeah, I kind of Theory and Waller. I don't think that they're gonna hold the belts for long.
For long. Yeah.
Yeah. But I suppose we're gonna see. Miz and Truth being tag team champions. I love you, Kay. Please text me back. Yes, Robert did tell people to feel his nipples. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
If
Sure
you
did.
if you were here on time, you would have felt that too. What did you think of the match, Rob?
I thought it was fun. I did. I thought it was good. I'm glad R-Truth got his moment. That was good. Miz getting a victory, winning another tag team title. Good for him. He's the guy. I wanted to look this up before the show started but I forgot. The guy, how many tag team titles that man have now too? I mean, the guy he's had a hell of a career. Just
Miz?
Yeah, I mean, with all the titles that he's won, just good for him. But yeah, those two getting it, and then Grayson Waller and Austin Theory getting the titles, good for them. Get them a WrestleMania victory. I mean, I was hoping for Pete Dunne and and Mr. Tyler Bate, but I think they'll get him eventually. I really do. So,
They'll get it.
oh well.
They'll get it.
We do have another super chat here from our good friend Kim Gray. She says
Kim, hi.
Cody's win was just beautiful.
Absolutely,
We
it was.
have another one from Michael Adam. He says, first of all, I was waiting for your podcast. Well, thank you. I really enjoyed it and never miss it. Well, thank you very much for that. In
Thank
my
you, Mike.
opinion, WrestleMania was amazing and lived up to expectations with the best ending. What do you think? Yeah, as we're talking about it, we both loved WrestleMania. It was really
I
good.
loved WrestleMania, and like I don't think in recent memory I don't think that I've ever felt that invested in a WrestleMania, even before uh the build up towards WrestleMania was great. The matches delivered, no matter what people say on on the interweb. Um, it was I kind of felt like a kid again, with the it was something that it was like the presents that Santa delivers. It was really awesome, and it was kind of a blessing in disguise, me being home from work and not being at work at all. So I was able to dive into WrestleMania, just like I said last week on our show. I was able to watch everything. I watched interviews. I read articles. I listened to podcasts, from people that I respect and love, and listen to their opinions and kind of
And some of
fantasy.
the ones on Fightful too.
Yeah, and like that was a good thing, like most of all. So I was able to enjoy the fullness of WrestleMania. um I didn't
As
watch it
many people,
live. Yeah.
yeah, as many people as like, I mean, I know you didn't watch it live, but you saw the tweets and stuff. I'm sure the next day, how many people were just so positive the nights after, like wrestling is so
Absolutely,
good.
absolutely, and people are still talking about. Haven't in mind that the Raw after WrestleMania itself was so good. Like I know that the bar was so low that it was in hell because
Yeah,
of last year, and like what all in all, we were expecting the bare minimum, and the bare minimum was, for things to make sense. But not only did they make sense, but like they planted seeds for other stuff. So that was the wonderful thing. Damage control against Bianca, Naomi, and Jade. It was a match made for Jade. Jade, Bianca, and Naomi. All three of them looked gorgeous. These women are gonna rule that company, and I cannot wait for that. Uh, then we got into Sammy versus Gunter. Oh,
yeah.
Sammy
Well,
is the new Intercontinental champion. What a way to close the book on such a magnificent title reign that Gunter has had, right?
yes, yeah, and I love the beginning of this with Sammy going through Gorilla, and there's one man waiting for him.
Well, first of all, his wife and
Yeah,
his
well, yeah, I
yeah,
mean that.
like Kevin Owens being there for his best friend and hyping him up.
Yeah,
Amazing. Like that is, because a certain someone isn't there anymore, so like they no longer have to have amnesia and actually acknowledge that people are friends with each other and have history and everything. So this was wonderful and wholesome. And then I mean, that was just the lariats that they exchanged, and then the slapping and everything, and then Gunther being so preoccupied with taunting his wife
Mm-hmm.
that he didn't notice that Sammy was hyping himself so much and he was feeding off of the audience. The audience was eating it right up. It was
Yeah.
so good. Um, Sammy did do a turnbuckle brainbuster. I enjoyed
It scared the hell out of me every time.
every time, and I enjoyed the crap out of people on internet thinking that this was a botch.
God.
It was hilarious. No, it was not a botch. El Generico, look it up.
I wonder what that guy's up to these days.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure he's helping children in Mexico, but
yeah, I mean that's probably it.
I hope he got to watch Sammy, because
His
Sammy
hero,
yeah, I mean, the guy had such an influence on Sammy, and
he did.
I hope he was able to see what Sammy did. Just
Absolutely. I will pop every time that Sammy does an exploder into the corner. That's like the Bexploder and the Sammy exploder into into the corner of the ring. Those are moves meant to hype the audience up.
yes,
And they do their job. Sammy delivers 2 haluva kicks and then he gets the win. He is the new Intercontinental Champion. What a wholesome thing, and what again the greatest Intercontinental champion that we've ever had. I don't care who you are. I don't give a crap.
oh no, it was
Dolph
great.
who?
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was good.
An amazing thing to watch. I feel like this was the only match that could withstand the fatigue from the entire night, and having in mind that this is the last match before the main event. This was the only, and this was even the match order. Even the match order was so perfectly done. I like this. This was wonderful. Then we got to Cody and Seth versus Rock and Roman.
Well, I think we miss the tag team match, didn't we? The Andrade and Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, but like, do you want to talk about that? Like,
Well, I was just gonna at least bring it up. I mean,
yeah, okay. Well,
I mean, the match was
we did miss Jimmy and Jay also, but
yeah. Like I thought the match was okay. I mean, it was pretty good. I mean, I thought the build up, it was mainly the night before that made this match even weirder, because they took Dragon Lee out. I don't understand I think that was just poorly executed more than anything. I think that was the issue. Like, for this match, I don't think the fans had enough time to be. I don't want to say. I don't think they had enough time to be invested. Really, you know what I mean? I don't think the turn Andrade had had a big effect on the story. I think they messed up there. Andrade is awesome. I like him.
I love Andrade.
I just don't think they did any favors with how they started with him on this. They should have put him with Ray right away, or like either just completely made him a heel or whatever. I don't know. Either way, but I hope they figure this out for him.
I kind of feel like they did Dragon Lee dirty.
Yeah. Yeah. But and then as far as Jimmy and Jay goes, could it have been better? Yes. Was it as bad as people have made it out to be? I don't think so. I don't think it was.
I understand where people are coming from. It was supposed to be this. Yeah, like we built it up in our heads. I suppose, but like I didn't mind it as much as everyone else did. Oh my god, this match sucked and everything. And I'm like, it really didn't. It was fine. It was fine. Like, I know that there were like a bunch of super kicks. I get that. I understand.
Super kick party.
Yeah. Yes. And now Cody and Seth versus Rock and Roman.
Ricardo sends us another super chat. He says, elevate Gunther to the main event scene yesterday.
Ricardo, I actually feel like right now, in my opinion, Gunther should be the one to dethrone Cody. And like, this isn't me rooting for Cody to lose right away. No, no, no. That is not what I'm saying. I want Cody to have a significant run, but I kind of feel like we're over long runs with the title. I feel like they should be more meaningful and not long, because long doesn't necessarily mean meaningful.
Yeah.
Not even in a dirty way. Just FYI. Uh, like I know that we're in the business of breaking records, but we already broke, like a bunch of them. Like, let's move on to meaningful title reigns, and get defended as often as possible, and actually champions being on your show.
Yeah.
Please. Like,
Yes.
this is the new era of tag team, of champions being present on the show.
I agree
So
with
please, yes, tell me your thoughts for Cody and Seth versus Rock and Roman.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was solid. I liked how The Rock. I just liked how The Rock was just an asshole to.
Was rocking.
Yeah, he was just The Rock being The Rock, like heel Rock. I loved it. I knew, obviously, I knew The Rock and Roman were going to win, but I'll be honest, they did really good selling this match, where I honestly thought there was a shot for Seth and Cody to win, but I enjoyed it. It was just fun, it was fun, and it made me, when that match ended, I was so ready for night two to start right then. I was like, let's go. Just keep everybody there. They're already frozen anyways. Let's just go.
And that is the thing, that people have been complaining about WrestleMania being so fucking long each and every year. And this is the first year that people were on the edge of their seats, and they're begging them to continue the show. Just dive into night two. We're not okay, probably not the people there in attendance, because they were freezing their asses off.
Yeah.
Probably not them, but like people in the comforts of their own home with blankets and hot chocolate and everything. That's what you get for being rich and reporting WrestleMania. Yeah. This match, oh my god, like Seth and Cody at the beginning, they were double teaming The Rock. Then they start brawling outside of the ring. Them spitting drinks in each other's faces. That was so, like, I always loved how The Rock just spat fluids on people. I love that. The Rock shouting at the ref, "You count your fire." That was so.
I love that too.
That was toxic masculinity right there. Well, not probably not that particularly, but like, that was abuse of power. That was being heel at the most finest. I enjoy that immensely. Of course, you knew that Roman and Rock were gonna pull out the slow, methodical beat down. Like, that's heel 101. Basically, they were targeting Seth's knee and his back. That's storytelling, because Seth's back during the Nakamura program that they had, Nakamura was like, "I know about your back," that's a nice throwback. And his knee, which he obviously broke. Low blows all around. The referee, that, like, right in front of the ref's eyes, and the referee does nothing because the dude doesn't want to get fired. And then he goes to Cody and he says, "I'm sorry, I can't do anything about it." That was so good, and commentary pointed that out. The commentary pointed that was absolutely amazing. Seth Rollins curb stomping the crap out of Roman Reigns as he was holding Cody Rhodes in a guillotine. I legitimately thought that he broke something in Roman's head. Like, seriously. Cody pulled out a belt, of course. And okay, so now we get into, the spot. Roman Reigns goes to spear Cody, but Seth out of nowhere pulls Cody away, and Roman spears The Rock.
Mhm.
And then we get the most hilarious photo on the internet for probably this decade. Like, I'm sorry, but this reaction from The Rock, like, I'm gonna make this into my screensaver at some point of my life. I mean, The Rock's face looked like someone taking candy from a baby and the baby losing his mind. No one in the history of wrestling has ever sold a spear like that. And that is so I was howling all day.
Looks like, I mean, it looks like that's good shit, pal.
But ma'am,
Wow.
I love The Rock for this even more than I already did. That was that was so good. Like Cody and Seth both did double pedigrees. Cody rock bottoms Rock on the announce table, so good.
We got another super chat real quick. Michael Adams says, I was sure that The Rock would betray Roman, but in the end, it was better and more interesting. Definitely.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it was really right there, the Rock betraying Roman. But it is what it is. They are gonna have a match. I'm almost sure that they are. But yeah, so the Rock bottoms Cody. He does the people's elbow, which to this day is hilarious. How can this be a finisher? Like, and I'm a fan of The Rock. Seriously. Yeah.
So before we go to night 2, this was Michael Che, night 1.
Oh yeah, the dude was freezing his ass off.
Yeah, he was freezing his ass off. Poor guy.
He was freezing. I love Michael Che. Like,
oh yeah, he's good.
He's carrying SNL right now.
Yeah. Well, on Weekend Update for sure. I mean, well, that's, I don't know what else he writes there, but
yeah. Damn, man, what a magnificent way to finish off night 1. Then we get right into night 2. Holy shit. Right out of the gate, Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins for the title. Seth's title. This match was exactly what it was supposed to be. Punk was on commentary, talking his talk a lot. So there were a lot of claymores here, a lot of kickouts, a lot of claymores, a lot of kickouts and everything. But the thing is that right after the match, the emotional exchange between Drew and Seth was the thing that got to me, because Seth was like, "You deserve it. Like do what you got to do now."
That was a hell of a sell. Like now, looking back at it.
A hell of a sell. And Drew McIntyre, because he was so cocky ever since Survivor Series. So he got his ass out of the ring and onto the commentary table. And he was talking a lot of, stuff to Punk, and Punk was like, "I don't know why you think that I can hear you. I'm wearing a headset. I cannot hear you." And Drew was right into his face, talking a bunch of crap. And what happened was, we hear Damian Priest music hit. Because, like, CM Punk didn't take Drew's shit, and he just started kicking his ass. And I'm like, oh no, so like, you're okay. we're getting it sooner rather than later, because like he did mention on the Ariel Hawani interview that he was expecting to be better faster than
Anticipated,
last
or
time.
they anticipated, yeah.
Yeah, faster than he anticipated. So a lot of people pointed out that he wasn't wearing the brace on the kickoff show. I did not see that. Kudos to people who pay attention to crap like that. I am not one of these
Wait,
people.
sorry, rephrase that.
People said that he wasn't wearing the brace on the kickoff show.
Oh, I didn't see that. I just know he took the brace off during the show, but I didn't realize it.
They said like they thought that it was weird that he came out on commentary wearing the brace, having in mind that he did not have the brace on the kickoff show.
Gotcha. Yeah, I didn't catch that at all.
Well, like I put on the kickoff show right as I was falling asleep, so probably it was that. Yeah, so Punk beat Drew a bit, and Drew wasn't on his best, health wise. And then Damian Priest comes out and cashes in and actually pins Drew McIntyre and becomes the new champion. And Punk is laughing his ass off on commentary, and I love that so much. And I'm like, oh man, we're so getting it. I like, and then he tweeted out the picture of on the grave that the Drew McIntyre. I prayed and it happened.
Yeah,
I mean, tell me you're not enjoying this. This is so good.
It's so good, and I'm hoping, and we'll talk about this later. We'll talk about the Young Bucks stuff in a little bit, but I am so hoping McIntyre references it in some way. Like, I mean, even if it's just like and he doesn't even have to rip he doesn't have to be like something to rip AEW. I think
listen to me. They need to meet backstage while an interview happens, and in the background they showed the two of them just talking, and then CM Punk just Drew McIntyre pushes him and start grabbing the hair.
Could you imagine Triple H being back there too during it? Like, whoa, guys.
Yes.
Are you trying to kill me here?
Or Adam Pearce, like one of them. I need for this to happen. I mean, like, we're past it. And no one is past it.
Oh my
obviously. God. This needs to happen. Just
that would interview
someone. Interview someone, or probably, I don't care. I don't give a crap. Like The Miz and Truth having, a conversation in front of the camera, and in the background, they're brawling, and Adam Pearce comes out and like,
yeah. Oh my God! Could you just?
Yes, I can. Imagine.
Oh man, if they did that though, like that part where I said, like, if one of like the higher ups did that, where whoa, are you trying to hurt me or kill me or something like that? Just for them to say that, like, or they don't even have to say that, or they could just say something. I was afraid for my life, just something like to.
Yes.
I would love it, and that's the thing. I know a lot of people don't like this stuff, and I get it. I don't like the tribalism back and forth, but I do like the fourth wall being broken. I love the hell out of that stuff, but. And I get, like I said, I totally understand. Like, it does get irritating seeing WWE fans, or as I call them, tribalists, going against AEW tribalists. It's annoying as hell. But when you ignore that stuff and you just let them go back and forth, and again, we'll talk about that shortly after we finish our WrestleMania talk.
Yes, absolutely. I really don't want us to talk about LA Knight versus AJ Styles because
we didn't like that.
So we didn't like that. Logan Paul versus Orton versus Kevin Owens for the United States Championship. I popped immensely when the crowd started chanting Gatorade.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes I fall in love with the crowd because they're just so snarky, and like I love it when they're being, cocky heels. I enjoy that immensely. Um, I I think I've made it clear that I'm not the biggest fan of Randy Orton, but there are little things in the ring
Like,
that he does. What?
I know. I remember I was going to give you a shirt. You're like, I don't want that.
Oh no, Jesus, don't know. Uh, I'm sorry. He doesn't wrestle my type of wrestling.
No, that's
That's
fine.
all
I'm just.
yeah.
No, go ahead.
So like there's little things, his mannerisms in the ring are what's getting to me, and what makes me like him, you know. I'm talking about a specific spot when he was fully able to use the brass knuckles, because he got the brass knuckles that was presented in the ring, and he took the brass knuckles and ever so gently just gave them to the referee. Like that body language, I mean, like that's the thing that grabs my attention for Randy Orton. Like, he's always been slow and methodical in the ring because that's his type of wrestling. He preserves himself, and that's why he's still able to do that, even having fucking back fusion surgery.
Yeah. Now, go ahead. Well, here's a question for you.
Go ahead. Mhm.
If we don't think that Grayson Waller and Austin Theory will hold these titles, could you see Orton and Owens team up?
I'm not vibing with that team. I'm not vibing with
Really?
that. Like, I mean,
Okay, I could see it. I could see it happen for like temporarily until one of them turns heel, which is I'm still every time Randy Orton. Just shows how good he is. Anytime he's in the ring, I'm just assuming he's going to be okay. They're going to turn him heel. You know, I'm just always expecting it because he still
because
has
it's
to
the
catch up to the
natural
Big
thing
Show.
to do.
Which
I
he's
understand
about
that.
600.
Like,
He's about 641 turns away, but I mean, he's still going.
sure. Yeah. Right up there with Natty, by the way.
Yeah, I was going to say that was the next thing I was going to say. Natty's like in second place, and she's only about 124 away, I think. So
yeah. But like that's the thing with Randy, and I don't think I'm ready for him to be tossed into a weird ass tag team like with Matt Riddle that we got. Like, I'm not. I understand where you're coming from, because like Randy Orton and Kevin Owens were vibing as a team, like way more than Orton and Riddle were, but that was probably me not liking Riddle whatsoever.
yeah,
I think that was probably it.
I think that's a lot of it.
Uh,
Like most people.
the match was what it was gonna be. I enjoyed it. We talked at length about the fact that none of us like the fact that we are on podcasts praising the athletic abilities that Logan Paul has. This should not be a thing. Like, Logan Paul was never my person. Like, I'm not a fan, or or whatever. Like, that's set aside. The dude can go in the ring for the short amount of time that he's been doing this. He's better than a bunch of people that are doing this for a living. And I hate saying that. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm sad that Kevin Owens didn't win, because before that they showed a footage of Kevin Owens coming out to the ring and being greeted by Sami Zayn, exactly like Kevin Owens did the night before. And I was like, here we fucking go. Let's do this. And then we didn't get it. So, like, that was probably me jinxing it. Okay. Like, it's a
No,
guys.
I was the same way. You know, the one thing I want to say before I forget, every time they have like a prime mascot, we know it's going to be somebody and like that's there for what I want to happen. What I want to happen is for them to do that again, but I want it to be like the next time that it's actually just a random person, like not there for Logan Paul. They like it, and they just beat the hell out of it, and then they finally take the mask off or whatever, and it's just like some like young, not too young, but like a 19 or 20-year-old like kid that's just going into wrestling training, just beat the hell out of him. Like, whoa, we got that wrong. You know what I mean? Like, it's nobody that's related to Logan or friends or anything. I think that would be hilarious. That's just off topic, but I wanted to add that in before I forget.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed this match. Logan Paul has surprised the hell out of me. Like, and I said that we've said
Every
that
time.
since Crown Jewel or whatever pay-per-view it was that he wrestled Roman. So
yeah, and he did like with the selfie camera and the video that he was doing.
I'm with
like
you.
Yeah. That went viral, that video of him doing a frog splash to the announce table from that Saudi show. Like, read Michael's super chat.
Yep. Michael says, feeling that we are entering a new era in WWE, an era that will really love and connect with amazing matches and amazing stories. Let's hope so.
Absolutely 100% right, Michael. WWE is as hot as it's ever been. For me personally, like I'm not let's set aside the Attitude Era, okay? Okay. I feel like we can put that in, the just
scoot it over. It's fine.
Move on. Like it's been 30 years. No, even more. Like
no, almost 25.
Okay, 25. Okay. Let's move past it. We're over it. Women's wrestling matters now. Like no more bra and panties or whatever.
They can bring it back occasionally if they want to. I'm not saying they don't.
No. Let's not do that. Yes, and piggybacking off of that, Bailey versus Io. Bailey had a magnificent entrance. Like we didn't get Paramore, we didn't get the Bailey buddies that we were so much hoping for, but it's fine. The blue looked amazing on her. Like there were moonsaults and STF's Bailey to bellies, like kickouts out of the, because I was always sad that she stopped using the Bailey to belly for for a finisher. I'm not a big fan of the roast plant that she's doing. I kind of felt like because the Bailey to belly, because I love suplexes, okay? Like I'm a generic wrestling fan. I like suplexes when they're executed good. So it kind of has that explosiveness in it, because like when she was hugger Bailey, like she was hugging you because she was about to break your spine. Like I'm just it's so great. Io did a wonderful reversal for the rose plan. I don't think I've ever seen someone reverse the rose plan in that specific kind of way, but it was so good. The crowd went wild for that. But in the end, Bailey did get the victory. I was so hyped for this. I was kind of bummed that we didn't get, the confetti or like whatever, because like Bailey deserves that. And I will always be sad that this wasn't a bigger deal, because like she won the Rumble. This should have been a bigger deal. But she will be live on SmackDown tonight, and I hope that the audience there, where are they?
Detroit,
Michigan. Okay, Jesus. Yeah. So I should get all the flowers for knowing where Detroit is, by the way.
Yeah, it's right by you.
I'm from Bulgaria.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know where that.
They even have maps in Bulgaria?
Shut the fuck up. So, hey, you're not Ryan. You're not allowed
filling in.
You're
I
filling
fill
in
in
for
every
Ryan.
if just in case he left, I have to fill in every once in a while.
Yeah, sure.
It's part of my contract. Yeah, see, look, there it is. Boom. I did it. So before let's see here. So Grayson Waller says in a tweet that
that he likes coexisting with Rob and Maggie, sure.
yeah, he's a big fan. He says, "Hope everyone enjoys SmackDown tonight. A-Town Down Under has sent in something special for you all to enjoy on the show." So he's hinting at a video. So we'll see.
Okay.
That's all. That's all I was saying.
Yeah, okay.
Ricardo sends us another super chat. Thank you, sir. Bailey's win is for all the workers.
Yes, it is, Ricardo. And on the press scrum after that, Triple H did mention that the entire women's locker room was waiting for Bailey to walk down to Gorilla, and like they were being so loud and so supporting. And of course, I started crying like a little girl when I heard that. Women supporting women will always get to me every time. I swear, every time. So, are you ready for the main event?
I am ready for the main event, and I absolutely love the
Do
main
you want
event.
me to
It
break
was so
it
damn
down?
good.
It was absolutely amazing. Let me break
Yeah.
it down. Cody pulled out a table. Of course, Roman put it away because it's Roman. They started suplexing themselves on the tech area. We got a crossroads from Roman, and Roman said that move is stupid because Cody kicked out. That move is stupid. I enjoyed that so greatly. Low blow to Cody. Roman put him through the announce table. He gave him a Superman punch, and then Cody kicked out. Roman was pissed for that. Cody speared him. He gave him the crossroads, and Jimmy came out, and then Jay came out. They started brawling. Um, like we saw a spear from the stage to the bottom. Then we saw a spear to Cody, and then Cody speared Roman through the barricade spot. He gave him a crossroads, and then Solo came out to do the Solo finish from last year's WrestleMania.
Well, wasn't it? Weren't the Usos out? Was it?
The Usos were already out,
okay.
And then Solo came in to do, the spike, the Simone spike, and but like he didn't get the job done. And then Solo started shouting at Roman, "Finish him!" And Roman was like, "I know."
Yeah, Mortal Kombat. Finish him.
Finish him. And then Roman, "I know." It was so good. So I enjoyed the Samoan spike into the spear combination, the Roman and Solo.
That was good.
That was a thing of beauty. And then John Cena came out. Because John Cena has history with Solo because Solo beat his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. He gave A to Roman and to Solo on the announce table, and then the rock music hit. And Cena was like, "Oh shit!"
I love that too. That was so good.
That was so good. It was so good. Rock bottom to Cena, and then Rob. We hear the Shield music,
and
I lose my fucking shit. Seth comes out through the crowd, Shield style, wearing his Shield gear. I was already crying because I love Seth Shield Seth. I'm sorry. I adore him like the architect. I adore Seth right now, but nothing can compare to Shield Seth. I miss Shield Seth so much. That's why I enjoyed Seth versus Roman at the Rumble. when Roman didn't technically beat him whatsoever because he got disqualified, because Seth came out with the Shield music and the Shield gear and everything, and he got to Roman. And we're about to talk about this. So Roman punches the crap out of him, and Rock gets into the ring, and then we hear the gong.
Yeah.
And I was like, "You what?"
Well,
No.
yeah. I mean, I think everybody else was expecting Stone Cold. I mean, I
Well,
think,
everyone was expecting Stone Cold Steve Austin. Absolutely. Of course that we all were, but like the Undertaker, and I'm like, I didn't even think of that.
Mhm.
I didn't even think of that. And like he choked slammed the Rock.
Okay, so we hypothetically, okay, hypothetically is not the right word, but let's take the Undertaker out of the equation here, and let's say this is a what if scenario, and I know he can't perform now and he's done, but could you imagine how freaking crazy it would have been if the lights go out and they come back on and it's Triple H and he hits the Rock with a pedigree?
See, now that was what I would have preferred, because to me it would have made way more sense if Undertaker had a problem with Roman, because he was the one who not ended his streak, but like this is my yard now. Like
Yeah.
I feel like the Undertaker should never ever forget that. And no, he came after the Rock. Like I know there will always be history between that generation of wrestlers, Rock and Undertaker, sure. But it would have made a lot more sense if it was Triple H, because Triple H and The Rock were the rivals. Like, I know that people will always say, oh, like Austin and The Rock. No, it was Austin and The Rock only about WrestleMania. Like, that was their thing. The Rock
Yeah.
and Triple H were the real shit.
Yeah, but I mean the other thing too is, as far like the Undertaker goes, and Ricardo makes a good point. The Undertaker goes way back with that family, though. I mean, going back to Yokozuna, they had casket
You're
matches.
right about that.
And
You're right about
so,
that.
and
Yeah.
Ricardo says that like right now. It's a good point. And so I mean, there is history there, and that's what I do. I don't get me wrong. I thought the Undertaker spot was perfect. I mean, if you couldn't get The Rock, or excuse me, if you couldn't get Stone Cold, and
I don't know if
obviously,
anyone was expecting that, and it was a
yeah, and
really,
the
really
crowd
nice
reaction,
surprise.
the crowd reaction,
It's
just
the Undertaker. The Undertaker will always get a crowd reaction, and
the other thing too that I think a lot of people did not put into perspective with this is the Undertaker is a face that people who don't usually watch WrestleMania, they watched WrestleMania this past weekend. They have a lot of new, like, not necessarily new viewers, but they had a lot of people that just casually watch. So you brought him in. That's a face that they see and they recognize. The Undertaker is still a lot of people's favorite wrestler of all time. He just is, and I think that played a big part in it too.
well, granted, they would have also known who Stone Cold was if.
Yeah,
But
that's true. But I'm just saying,
the Undertaker is carrying the moniker of WrestleMania. I completely understand your point, and you're absolutely right.
We got 2 super chats before we move on. Ricardo, thank you again for another super chat. He says both main event entrances were epic. And then Michael says, after Damian Priest won the World Heavyweight Champion, the question is, what will WWE do with him? What storyline would suit him? Same with Cody.
We're about to see, and I enjoy the fact that we have no idea.
Yeah, and we might get an idea tonight with Cody. I mean, we could.
Absolutely, yes. We still need to see AJ Styles versus Cody. Just FYI,
Yes, we do.
We do need
just for us.
I
mean,
yeah, just for us, because I know that we do need to build AJ Styles up because he just lost at WrestleMania. But like, that's a totally different thing. Yeah, so Cody Rhodes won. I immediately start crying again, because I'm like, First of all, The Rock was absolutely fucking amazing. The Rock did absolutely everything that he was supposed to do. He put over absolutely everyone, and I'm like, he can't wrestle anymore. Like he's 60, like he's pushing 60, and he can't wrestle anymore. He's not doing anything. Look at his belt.
Thanks for Tiffany Stratton stopping by. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. TV time. So, we got exactly what we were supposed to get. Like the Rock wasn't physical at all for the first two parts of of the first night main event, and then they kicked it into full gear because like he did what he was supposed to do. Like he was hitting everyone and he was like brawling and stuff, and then Rock bottom on the announce table, and then everything that spiraled afterwards. So at the end, we got, I can't even express myself. At the end of WrestleMania, we got Triple H,
Bruce Pritchard,
Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, and Bruce Pritchard in the ring celebrating a WrestleMania win. What planet is this?
Yeah. I mean, and you also have
all of these people in the same ring, a WWE ring, celebrating the fact that Cody freaking Rhodes is holding the top championship in the company.
Yeah.
I like, let that sink in. Like I suppose it's already sunk in because it's been like 5 days already.
Got another super chat.
Samantha.
Yeah,
Ricardo is absolutely right. I cried when Samantha broke. Ricardo, you and me both, and everyone else, because she has made a point out of her not wanting to know the end result of matches, breaking kayfabe a bit, because she wants to feel that emotion herself. And I kind of feel like the social media video that I've watched most out of that WrestleMania is her video announcing Cody Rhodes as the new champion. You're so right, Ricardo. Thank you for that super chat, and thank you for reminding me, because that is it. That's wrestling. And I'm on this show, Rob, every now and then telling you, I feel bad for my in real life friends who do not watch wrestling, because they will never understand what this is. They will never understand the emotion that we get. And I know it's just wrestling. Just go.
That's fake, right? That's my favorite.
Like, yeah, you know it's fake, right? Is this the grown-up soap opera for men? Yeah, it is.
Well, never mind. I'm not going to go to what I was just about to say.
Yes, thank you.
For once,
but it was such a wonderful WrestleMania, such a wonderful moment. Shout out to Tiffany, shout out to Jensen. I am so fucking happy for both of you guys. Yep. Like, those are the biggest Cody Rhodes fans out there. And just pretty much like, if I have to be honest, listening to Steven Jensen talk about Cody Rhodes for 2 hours straight, and I'm not even kidding, on the Spotlight this Thursday, this is wrestling. This is what matters to us. This is what we're here for. And I'm just so glad that we're at this point, because WWE was crap for a long time, Rob. And it was unwatchable. It was like we were watching wrestling, we were watching WWE because we were supporting our favorite wrestlers, and we were supporting the work that they were doing in the ring. But it is so good because now it matters. Now there are storylines that actually make sense, because what we got on the Raw after WrestleMania to open the show for 50 minutes straight.
Yeah.
So we gotta. What?
Ricardo sent us another one. He says, check out the Backlash poster. So I downloaded
with
it here.
Cody. With Cody. That is. Tell me that's not what's its face. Captain America.
Yeah, it looks good. I like it. That's awesome.
That is pretty much Captain America. I am so happy for French people, and I've never said that ever. They're about to, to experience Cody as a champion. That's great. So what happened on the Raw after WrestleMania? Triple H came
Oh.
out. He said, "What?"
No, that's fine. No, we can go ahead and do Raw after Mania.
Triple H came out. The crowd started chanting, "Thank you, Hunter," and he was like, "Well, here's the thing. I was about to say the same thing. Thank you, the audience, for for everything that you do." And then we got the "Thank you, Roman" chant, which is referencing the super chat that we got earlier on our show. Yes, because it was such a long and exhausting title run. We've been through hell and back. We've been through Roman Reigns getting, Paul Heyman as a whole, as a godfather. uh, Throughout all the family drama, and then the bloodline happened, and everything with Sammy afterwards, and then with Cody, like that was wonderful to watch. It was freaking exhausting at some point, but it all makes sense now. Now I'm free to say that I understand why he lost last year. No, like, if I have to be honest, it didn't make sense in the booking then. It makes sense now because Triple H came in and he took over, and he was like, let me just do some damage control here. So what happened was that The Rock came out, and there were a lot of awkward segments here, because he was like, that's a pretty good belt that you have there, Cody. Can The Rock have it for a bit? And then Cody gave him the belt because Roman agreed to give him the people's belt that he got. That was such an awkward moment. Oh, this feels right. You finished your story with Roman, but your story with The Rock is just now starting. And I'm like, okay, this is good. Let's move it on. And then The Rock shook hands with Cody, and he was like, you don't need to open your hands to know what I just gave you. And The Rock just put it in his pocket. Do you want to speculate wrongfully about what he gave? Because I know that you're funny and you're about to say some crap. It's not a G-spot finder.
No. Yeah, I mean, no. I really, you know what? For once in my life, I got nothing right now. So we'll circle back.
Okay, because here's the thing. Because Cody was on Ariel Hawani, right? And he was like, the watch that I have here, such a wonderful watch, and I gave Seth Rollins that same watch, and the two of us have that watch, and a few other people also do. So we didn't see Seth Rollins here, by the way. And in my mind, it's because The Rock killed him and took his watch and broke it and gave it to Cody Rhodes to say, Seth Rollins kept his word. He was your shield because he saved you from a spear from Roman. He took a chair from Roman because of you. Because Roman couldn't bring himself years and years later, like 11 years later, Roman is still heartbroken because Seth stabbed him in the back and broke up the shield. That Roman decided to go after Seth Rollins with a chair at WrestleMania Night 2, as opposed to finishing the match and pinning Cody. Yes, and this absolutely means that Seth was your shield, Cody, and now he's in the ground. Piss on that. And he gave him, Cody, the broken watch from Cody to Seth.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
The moment that segment happened, and because I couldn't stop thinking about that segment on Ariel Helwani's show with Cody, because like he made sure for everyone to know that Seth and Cody had the same watch. By the way, Roman Reigns has the same watch.
Nice. That's a good insight. I like that. That's very.
It was it was a segment from the Hall of Fame, because like Roman was hugging Paul Heyman, and when you see a close up from that photo, you see the same watch that Cody has.
Yeah, I'm just saying I wouldn't have put two and two together. So I think
immediately that's what I thought immediately, and it's probably not that. But here's some breadcrumbs into what we're about to see in the future.
Well,
I love that.
Oh, sorry. We already read that one. Ricardo says it was an Okada buck.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
So
there you go.
I still have nothing. So we're just going to go with.
Because like The Rock said, don't ever break my heart again.
I got it. I know what it was.
What?
It was a $20 bill from the ATM. That was just to pop you.
You know,
that's it.
The Rock selling the spear kind of looked like that cat.
Yeah, it does. I dusted off some oldies today. Look at that.
Yeah, you did. So, like, moving on a bit forward, we did see both Dragunov and Roxanne Perez on Monday Night Raw.
I like this one. This is a good one. It was $7.
$7, but it was like a box thing.
Yeah.
It was because like you could see that.
Sorry, we got one more. It looks like Cody versus The Rock at Backlash. Sounds awesome. I really hope so. I don't know.
No, that's a bit early. It's no, because like The Rock said, The Rock has to go away for a while.
Yeah.
And for a while doesn't mean a month. Okay, so like.
Yeah, I think
it's probably SummerSlam. SummerSlam is more probable, but it could be even further down the line.
Yeah,
because like The Rock has a bunch of other stuff to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
mentioning of Dragunov and Roxanne being on Monday Night Raw, NXT Stand and Deliver was an absolute banger of a show. Just FYI. What?
I would just say we're gonna go long today.
Yeah, like a bit long. I just want to put over Lyra Valkyria versus Roxanne Perez. This was such a like few people have mentioned this. I've talked about, because I was on Wrestling Made Me Cry this weekend. I talked at length about how extremely proud I was of all the women this weekend. On Ring of Honor, on Stand and Deliver, on WrestleMania. This was such an amazing thing. Of course, Julia was in the crowd. She was sitting right next to
Julia. Rossi?
No, like why am I drawing a blank here? I hate it when my brain does that. William Regal, Jesus Christ.
Oh, gotcha.
She was
Sorry.
sitting right next to William Regal.
Billy Regal. Yep.
She looked so stunned that everyone in the audience lost their mind when they showed her. I'm so glad. I cannot wait to see what she looks like in NXT. I'm hyped for that. We did get an announcement on NXT that we are about to see a women's North American title. And I'm hyped for that too, because like women like Kiana James, women like Blair Davenport can hold that championship. Women like Fallon Henley, Thea Hale, like, women that are over with the crowd, but not exactly ready to be women's champion. That's amazing. Tony D'Angelo versus Ilya Dragunov was such an amazing slapper. The main event was the main event. We did get to see on this week's NXT that we're gonna have Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams in a steel cage next week, right? They did mention next week. Yeah.
Or was
So it was kind
next
of
week or 2
obvious.
weeks? I can't remember. It's been
We're gonna see it again, and it was kind of obvious because the match at Stand and Deliver didn't quite actually live up to the hype, because they hyped it with so many video packages saying that it was the greatest NXT main event ever, and like it was kind of that, like that's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you haven't watched Stand and Deliver, just go and watch Stand and Deliver. Each and every match was amazing. Even the 6-woman tag team match that I understand why people aren't talking about it, but yeah. So yeah, also yet again CM Punk cost Drew McIntyre at the main event of Raw after WrestleMania, like because there was a fatal 4-way between Jey Uso, Drew McIntyre, Bronson Reed, and Ricochet. Ricochet did an insane 450 from the top rope through the announce table. By the way, he did apologize to Samantha before doing it.
Yeah.
That was so good. That like those little things. He was like, "I'm sorry." Like,
Maggie.
what happened?
Just this match just got announced for tonight. Are you ready?
No,
Are you
not.
ready?
What,
Here we go.
But
It's a triple threat match. Like
going to be a number 1 contender.
I guess they're doing some kind of number 1 contender, but there's like multiple triple threat match. The other one is a triple threat match between LA Knight, Bobby Lashley, and Santos Escobar.
Yeah, but like here's the thing. Both Kevin Owens and AJ Styles lost their WrestleMania matches. Like, why are they doing this?
I don't
Because here's the thing. In that fatal 4-way match that I just announced, all participants were winners. Jey Uso won at WrestleMania. Drew McIntyre won at WrestleMania. Bronson Reed, winner of the Andre the Giant Battle Royal on the SmackDown before WrestleMania. Ricochet, that amazing match against Ivar that he had, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then Ivar went to NXT and just fucking, beheaded Obafemi. Hi, Andrew.
Hey,
Like
he has a new show on Fightful, by the way. After the bell,
yes,
Tuesdays.
More people with better eyebrows than me. Yeah, that's what I needed.
Yeah, that's why he came to Fightful. He goes, Sean, I want a show on Fightful because I have better eyebrows than Maggie. And Sean's like, you do.
Yeah.
Let's bring you on.
Listen, let's be honest for a minute. Let's be honest for a minute. Andrew Zarian is the only one currently on Fightful who has ever tried Bulgarian cheese and knows how awesome it is. I cannot leave. Like, Maggie, why would you move to the States? Because I won't be able to eat cheese from Bulgaria. What?
There you go.
I will miss each and every bite of a Bulgarian cheese if I go away ever.
You know what? Here's a super chat. This will make you happy. Ricardo says Bloodsport X Bloodsport 10. Sorry, I knew that was Bloodsport 10. Ruled. Shayna and Dempsey killed it. They did.
I did not expect Dempsey whatsoever.
This explains it. He has insurance on the bro, so it makes sense. There you go. Probably a smart move, man. I like it. And Ryan,
you don't even know the half of it. Like, sweetie, Americans have zero cheese knowledge. Okay, that's what Americans eat. That's not cheese, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We're pretty good at cutting the cheese. I know that.
Who cut the cheese? Who cut the cheese?
Bulgarian feta is superior feta.
Yes, it is.
All right.
Andrew knows. Andrew knows.
All right.
Yes.
So
let's talk about it, Rob.
Well, how about this? Let's go ahead and do the Cooper effect first.
Sure.
Here we go.
Oh no! So you're waiting for me now? Okay.
Yeah, well, I thought you were doing it. You always do the Cooper effect, so I just thought you were
No,
doing
no,
it.
no, no. I meant that you were waiting for me to do my bit with the.
Oh,
No, you
oh
do
yeah.
it. That's
Okay,
fine.
guys, our Cooper effect today is from a Fightful regular, somebody that's been very supportive of not only this show but Fightful overall. His name is D'Lo Diggs, and D'Lo Diggs is getting married today. He is marrying his bride to be, Amanda, and we wanted to give him a special shout out because he deserves it. So this is an engagement photo of theirs, and we just want to say congratulations to them. They've been D'Lo has been just amazing to us, and he was one of our first guests on After Dark. One of the very like not the first, but he was like really early for us. And he's an independent wrestler. He wrestles in the Midwest primarily, but he's just a really good guy, really good person, and just wanted to give him a shout out to say that we hope he has a really great day. It's one of the biggest days in his life, and couldn't be more happier for him. He deserves nothing but the best in life because he's an amazing person, a great guy, and we truly do appreciate everything that he's done for us. And he's the man. That's really the one thing I can say, and I'll put it out there. He said it before on our show. His dream is to one day wrestle uh, Buddy Murphy or Buddy Matthews. So I just hope one day that happens for you, my friend. I know every wrestler watches this show, so I know, Buddy, if you're watching, just keep that in mind.
Like he's listening to the
Yeah.
show
And
as
we get
he's bench
paid.
pressing.
Everybody says we get paid by Tony Khan, so Tony watches this show too. So Tony,
Mhm.
if you could do me a favor, everybody says we get paid by AEW, so why not?
Well, sometime on this show, it's probably WWE because like we haven't
Yeah.
shut up about
Yeah.
WWE for like an hour. Rob and I both adore supporting wonderful people, and Dilo is one of these people. We love also so much. Like
Yep.
you wouldn't know it from listening to us, but like we love, and Rob is gonna do the hard thing again. Like
Hell
you're
yeah.
never gonna stop, right?
Not now that I know how
That
to do this shit.
now that you know, like yeah, that's
Look at
that's
that.
so great.
Oh yeah.
That's
Let's do it.
so yeah, get in
Once
there.
I learn how to do
Ugh,
other things, just wait.
that's fine. Moving on.
Oh, oh, here
Yes,
we go. Thank you,
also
Michael.
shout out to our friend Auntie Collins who got married
Yeah.
and then did a fucking stream on the day after her wedding.
Yeah.
After
And
all
that's
the
another one. That's somebody else.
after all the tequila that she drank on her
Yeah.
wedding. Well, what a sport that she is.
Yeah, that's somebody else that deserves a Cooper effect too. So yeah, congratulations to her. And also, since we're already doing congratulations to Andreas Hell, who announced in a tweet today that he is with ESPN. He used to be one of the main writers for I think the title was Combat Sports at Sporting News, but now he's at ESPN. Really good guy, great writer, just good person overall. He recently wrote a children's book with Big E. Very good. Just everything I've seen of him has been really good. So congratulations to him as well. Just want to say that. And Michael sends a super chat saying congratulations to D'Lo. So thank you for that. So
Absolutely.
all right, let's talk about the thing nobody wanted to talk about. This. No, I'm kidding. It was the youth of Bucks or young Bucks, the Bucks of Youth. That's what Matthew Hardy used to call them. The young Bucks. They had footage that they wanted to show this week of a Phillip Brooks and Jack Perry from AEW All In that you were at. You were at this event, Maggie.
Yes, I was.
And they wanted to show this footage because it was supposed to help with their feud against FTR. Okay. First off, first question for you, Maggie. What did you think of the footage?
It was a thing that happened, Rob.
Well, thank
It
you
was like, yeah. I I was way more like exactly what Supi said. I was way more excited for everything that Dax and Cash both said on the microphone after that. And I kind of feel like because obviously this what I think they wanted to do was show, because it was really specific, the camera work was really specific because they did not show Punk's face. Like everyone knew that it was Punk, of course, but like
Mhm.
not his face. um so what they hoped to accomplish here was probably for Punk to look um a, a bit, at fault.
Yeah.
And secondly, they wanted to put it into a storyline. So, of course, they did put it into storyline. For me, it made zero sense to do that, because the only thing that it accomplished was to generate a buttload of CM Punk chants on an AEW show, which is something that you do not want to see happening, because there are zero Young Bucks chants over at WWE. Because if it worked both ways, I can get it, but it's not the thing that happened. Um, I the video showed like nothing that we didn't already know. um
All it
I
did was add more divide between people.
absolutely, the only thing that happened was divide people more and more. Um i i don't think that anyone, and I mean anyone, changed their minds after watching that video. Like no one changed their minds. If they were backing up Punk, or they were backing up the Bucks, no one changed their mind after watching the video. No one. And I suppose this is more good than it is bad, because again, it works both ways. It did kind of kill the mood for me on the show, because it's it happened exactly like I said on Twitter. I watched WrestleMania Night 1. I was extremely hyped about absolutely everything that I watched. And then I go on Twitter and see that people are talking about footage. And then I see what they were referencing. And I was like, but WrestleMania happened. And it
Yeah.
was so great. Why are we talking about this now? And like I get it, because they kept being in the news even during WrestleMania weekend. And I suppose that was the initial idea, right?
Yep.
I suppose that was it. And I don't know. I got immediate anxiety because of it, because I was like, let's move forward. Let's get past this. Exactly what Dex said.
We just
Um
we just did your Cooper effect, man. I
we
messaged you
just
earlier.
yes,
Like,
sweetie, we just gave you your flowers.
yeah.
Shout out to
So,
you. Please, I'm sending all my love towards both of you. Hug each other, okay? Just hug each other. That's so
well, it's
great.
your wedding night, so do more than that.
Okay, fine.
What?
Like
What?
that's
Too soon? Sorry. Yeah, I went there. All right. Congratulations, my friend.
congratulations, sweetie. What did you think of that?
The thing is, I okay. I understood that Tony was like agitated by it, and that's why they pretty much did it. That's, I mean, according to what Fightful Select reported and Sean said, and he talked about that on the Hump, which you can check out every Wednesday at 3:00 on Fightful. But I don't think it was wise to do, because you're putting focus on the other promotion's wrestler. You're also not adding much context to what happened. I mean, we know what happened, but not everybody that watches that show knows the context of everything. Granted, most of them do, but I'm just, I don't think it was wise, and I think it backfired on them, because
Yeah.
the fans were chanting for CM Punk at one point, and we do have a super chat about that Ricardo sent. Meltzer said the FU Punk chants drowned out the Punk or the Young Bucks. I think it's probably what you meant there. I'm not sure. Drowned out the Young Buck chants. Maybe if you're saying something else, let me know. But that's,
Or is he saying that they were way more "fuck you" Punk chants than they were Punk
oh,
chants?
maybe that's what it was.
I
But
I,
I
did
mean,
not hear "fuck you" Punk chants
yeah. Oh, no.
whatsoever at all.
Okay,
At
gotcha.
all.
Yeah, I didn't hear it either, so it didn't.
I have to go back and watch that.
Yeah. Lawrence sends us a super chat, says, "It's me, TK. Here is your payment." Also, the Easter Bunny says, "Sup, Maggie."
Oh, there you go. Like you see what happened? You gave us all your Coke money.
Yeah, thank you. You're welcome.
Bunny. I'll see you next time, Bunny.
Yeah.
Go follow Love
So-
Wrestling, by the way, and you'll know what I'm talking
They're-
about.
They're great. Love wrestling. They're great. Love those guys. So the thing is I think, I wonder, granted, I don't know in hindsight if they would do it again. Maybe they would, maybe they wouldn't, but I don't think it really helped their cause, because it's still split down the middle for the most part. I mean, it didn't really add much. In my opinion, there's some people there are a few people that I did see online that said their stance has changed on Jack Perry.
Really?
Yep.
Having in mind that his scapegoat T-shirt has sold out.
Yeah.
It's sold out, and I'm like, okay, so this did accomplish something.
Yeah, which is I didn't know they sold out of shirts, to be honest, because it's pro wrestling tees for the most part, and they do everything on demand. So maybe they have an allotment of what they wanted. I don't know. But anyways, that's a different
Maybe they
story.
just printed 5 of them.
Yeah. But anyways, I get why they did it, and it did the ratings, they went up, but was it enough that it's going to have an effect on the show in the long term? I don't think so. I know they did it for the storyline purpose because FTR is close to CM Punk. I did like the FTR promo. It was uncomfortable to a point, but I did like Dax saying that, hey, I might still get my back shaved if
Yeah,
I did enjoy that.
enjoyed him saying that. He said that if it weren't for the Young Bucks, I'd still be shaving your back.
Yeah. So I mean, it's for the storyline in a way, like, because we like the pandemonium, we like the chaos to an extent, but the one thing we don't like is how it just adds to the friction between tribalists, which
yes,
if it did not do that, we would absolutely, like, it would be completely okay with me. But
do you know why I don't really like it? I don't really like it because these are the kind of stuff that gets to Tony Khan. And when stuff gets to Tony Khan, he starts putting on some random ass shit, such as All In footages on his wrestling show. And
Mhm.
I'm like, dude, like this wasn't the thing that AEW was about.
Yeah.
You know? I
Yeah.
am glad. I will always be absolutely 100% grateful for AEW, because whether you want to admit it or not, I don't care if you agree or not. But if AEW weren't around right now, WWE wouldn't be so amazing and hot and great
No.
right now, because they lit a fire under their asses
Yep.
and they
Correct.
made them realize that they need to get their shit together. And now I cannot get enough of WWE, because like because like we as wrestling fans, we were borderline betrayed by the
Yeah.
fact that the WWE were so in the ground and just um, relying on us to watch because we had no other choice.
Yeah.
But then we got another choice. We got AEW. And now we're like, oh, here's this new thing that we can, and like it was alternative to WWE. So
Yep.
now, as opposed to being an alternative to WWE, it's slowly becoming a sports entertainment thing. And right now, on the other side, they're allowed to say pro wrestling on television, which
New.
should
Yeah.
like tell me, like it's as if we've been in jail for 10 years
Yeah.
or so. Like, remember back in the day when SmackDown was on Tuesday? It sucked,
Oh yeah.
and
It was
like
just
it was
God.
borderline unwatchable, and now
Yeah.
it's not. So probably I will be so amazingly, absolutely 100% stoked if we legitimately can move on past it. I know that what we discussed earlier on our show wasn't us hoping that it will get passed, because like we hope that a bunch of brawls started happening at the back of cameras. I understand that, but like that's in storytelling or like whatever, like those jabs that by the way, Triple H
Yeah.
said a
We're going to
bunch of
talk about that. Yeah. The Triple
um
H stuff was, well, let me read this. Picardo says, could have been an Instagram post, really. Yeah.
it could have been a YouTube video
Yeah.
probably, but like this being, I understand why they showed it on Dynamite, because they're legitimately putting it into a storyline. But I don't care about the storyline more because of the footage. No, I care about the storyline more because of the Dax and Cash promo, and then Young Bucks getting involved with with everything, and Pac and Okada. By the way, Pac and Okada, oh my fucking god, yes.
Yeah.
Um,
Um.
I get it, but yeah,
Yeah.
Triple
Let's
H,
talk
yeah.
about Triple H and Osprey. So, okay, the Triple H thing, I thought it was dumb to say in the first place, because I think it's one of those things where you don't know a person's situation. So you don't like Osprey's been very clear that he doesn't want to move his family.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to move his family, and that's his choice. That's what he wants to do. Plus, he has a
Well, they
trust in
knew.
Tony Khan. Yeah.
They knew that
Yeah.
he has family there, and they knew because like his significant other is
Yes.
like there, and like she and her family is there, and she doesn't want to move her like her child and everything. They
Yeah.
knew,
Yeah.
but they
Exactly.
just yeah.
Yeah, it's just I think it was dumb on his part, on Triple H's part, because that's the biggest thing. You don't know what a person's situation is like, and even if you do know that's what he want to do, you still don't know
Well,
what
that's
the
the
other
thing.
thing.
He knew,
No,
and
but
he said
I'm
it,
talking
and
about,
he said it,
yeah.
regardless.
But what I'm saying, like, maybe wrestling like that much isn't what Will Ospreay wants to do. Like, that's not, they don't have the same goal. That's what I'm saying. Like, different people have different ways they want to do things in life. And it doesn't make sense to me if Will Ospreay is going to make more money to wrestle at AEW once a week than he would wrestling for WWE three
Busting
times
his
a week.
ass
Why the hell
away
would you
from
not
his
do it?
family.
That's the thing. Like, yeah, you get the you get the more eyes and stuff like that on you, but you have a family to take care of too. That's the thing. Like you have to put your family in perspective too. That's the thing. Like I think it was dumb. Now going to the Osprey side, he had every right to go back at it. I just think the thing is the only thing I'll say about that is I just want somebody to use something different other than the daughter or the boss's daughter line. Just something different.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
all.
Like,
Just something different. We've heard it for the past 20 years.
here's the
That's all.
thing. Like Triple H will forever and ever uh be like people will view him like that, and because like
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what you achieve in life, it doesn't matter how much you grind on your wrestling promotion, it doesn't mean how much you elevate people, pun intended. It doesn't matter how much you put over your locker room, etc., etc. It doesn't matter how much you bust your ass to make your company the biggest thing on the planet. You will always be the one that shagged the boss's daughter. Like I understand. Poor Triple H, man. Like I know, I understand. And by the way, Will Ospreay did not stop there. Like he got a lot of jabs on social media, a lot, because like th- there's a reason why he shared the promo before his match with Kenny Omega at Wrestle Kingdom. Like on that during that promo, on that pre media thing that they do on Wrestle Kingdom. I don't know what they call it, but he was talking about all the stuff that he was going through, like um being a wrestler from the UK,
In the pandemic.
flying during the pandemic, flying to Japan, uh quarantining for 2 weeks straight, not being being away from his family, being away from everything, and then wrestling in front of no crowds, or like crowds who aren't allowed to make even the slightest of sounds or whatever, like no chanting and everything. And he was fucking hurt from that. Like
Yeah.
that broke him a lot, and like that promo was sincere. um
Yeah.
he like his hatred towards Kenny Omega, it was probably kayfabe, but like that, everything that he said was not. It was 100% right, and he retweeted that with with some words in that. So he didn't stop with at the Dynamite promo. Like he kept going, and I understand, because like I would have preferred if Will Ospreay just
Moved on,
shook
or
it off, just
yeah.
shook it off, and just like uh, because like for me the most amazing way, because like on the other hand it's Will Ospreay, and Will Ospreay ain't never gonna shut up. Okay,
No.
like Will Ospreay
Yeah.
will always say whatever the fuck he wants and whatever the hell is on his mind, and I adore him for that.
Yeah.
It's of course he's one of my favorite wrestlers to watch right now, and
Yeah,
every
Dolph Lundgren.
time yeah, Dolph Lundgren, me and my mom, huh? For me the only thing that he should have done was just prove him wrong, and just not say anything, because I kind of, the older I get, the more I'm in the terms of just
Just shut up and wrestle. That's
just like first of all, don't let that stuff get to you, and prove
Yeah.
prove them wrong without even saying a word. Because like I always say, the opposite of hate of love isn't hate, it's indifference. Because if both companies just start acting indifferent towards each other, that's just
Well, I mean, that kind of like what you said there, it reminds me of the famous quote that I heard. What happens in
Period.
Vegas stays in Vegas. But herpes, that shit will come back with you. It's from the movie The Hangover. Sorry, it's not really that famous. And that has nothing to do with anything. I just,
Guys, you
you know
can
what?
follow me on Twitter at Maggie _
Hey, we're not done yet. Hell no, we're not. No, we got more things to talk about. All right. My first day. I haven't said that in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, well. Oh, this match just got announced for Battle of the Belts. How about that?
Why is that a thing?
Battle of the Belts?
Why is that still a thing?
I don't know. Nobody else watches it.
Just stop doing that.
Yeah.
Just what the. By the way, Athena versus Hikaru Shida. Oh my.
Kicked ass. Tonight, Windy City Riot in Chicago, Illinois, at the Wintrust Arena. Our friend Caden will be there. Good for him. We did a sneak preview yesterday on Fightful Select. Did a preview of it. Some really good matches going to happen tonight. Naito versus Mox, Nemeth versus Ishii, Matt Riddle versus Zack Sabre Jr. You have Mustafa Ali versus Tanahashi.
By the way, Will Ospreay's significant other is wrestling on this show.
Yeah.
And that's another Instagram post that he had. He was like, I'm going to enjoy it from the comfort of my own home.
Yeah. So lots of good matches there. So
yeah.
Somebody that was recently the West Coast Wrecking Crew, Royce Isaacs, is in a 4-way match tonight. He was a recent guest on Fightful Movie Club where we reviewed Training Day. So check that out. But that I'm looking forward to.
Be wrestling in Chicago. That's going to be a really interesting.
Yeah, Jack Perry. Of course. That's what he's wrestling tonight too. So yeah, got that.
Really
some news real quick. Jack Perry, or not Jack Perry, sorry, Hook. It came out yesterday. It was reported, I believe, by PW Insider. Sorry that I forgot who did it.
You can check.
Yeah.
If
well, let's talk about Miro. Why I looked that up. Miro is saying that he did announce, or he did confirm rather, that he has been out injured with a shoulder injury and an elbow injury.
Yeah.
But he says when he gets back, he'll be stronger than ever. So well wishes for him to get back.
Well wishes to Miro. The Hook thing, the Hook story was the fact that he was looking forward to probably maybe exploring a bit of free agency after his AEW contract expires.
And apologies, it was SE Scoops, so apologies for that.
Okay.
Check.
So I would like to see that, because the thing that we're getting now, okay, see, everyone that tags with Jericho just fucking goes away.
Yeah.
Just stop it. Like that is his thing now. That's his thing. Oh, let me tag with Will Ospreay now. No. No.
CSUB.
Like never. No, never do that. See you, sweetie. I hope you have a wonderful shift.
I think Moxley's going to win the title tonight from Naito. Yeah,
but like he went off. He was like, no matter what title I win, I was, I'm always gonna be, the thing that underappreciated. Yeah, he said that everyone was gonna see him as that. He was like, no matter what belt I compete for, but like the belt matters to me. That's the important thing.
Yeah.
Is he gonna win the belt? Do you think so?
I think he will, but you know me in predictions, I suck ass at them. So
yeah.
So there you go. Sorry, John, if I ruined it for you. Okay, so I think that's it. Yeah, that should be it. Maggie, plug your shit.
Guys, you can follow me on Twitter at Maggie_IK Twixter, at Maggie_IK, and on Instagram at Maggie.IK. Go check out Fightful's new show with Andrew Zarian. Go watch Wrestling Made Me Cry on Fightful Overbooked every Sunday at noon Eastern. I
I'm
want to
Ron
say
Burgundy. Yeah, I think it's noon Eastern.
Yes. Please
So,
support wonderful women.
Yeah.
Subscribe to Fightful Select, and just credit if you're not, just credit Fightful Select, credit Sean, credit
Corey. Yeah.
Corey, for the love of God. Just like you're giving our dude a nosebleed every time. Just credit the source.
And
okay.
hey, by the way, we do have a Discord channel, a coexisting Discord channel on Fightful Select, so you can join
Really?
that. Yep, I created one for us.
So now I have to get Discord.
Hell yeah, you do. So, you can follow me at Rob Wilkins on Twitter or Twitch.